Better backswing, better golf swing. Let's go. Hey team, welcome back. Coach Ryan Robillard here. Today we're talking backswing. I believe many golfers, their problem with their golf swing starts in that very first quarter of the backswing. And as I'm teaching more and more lessons as we're kind of getting ramped up for the season, there's something I'm seeing a lot of. So that's why today let's make a better backswing to make a better golf swing. So many golfers sway off the golf ball, or they get so far behind that golf ball in the backswing that they have such a hard time getting back to their lead side. It can lead to a ton of problems, but the most common ones that I see, when a player sways off the golf ball, the number one thing I see is they've put their trail leg in a position where it's not going to push and apply force the way that we want. And one of the most common things we see is either hanging back or the dreaded early extension. So what I want to highlight today is one of the things I see as the most common error, which is literally a super basic setup error, and then two possible solutions for you. So let's get into it. When I'm looking at a player's setup, what I pay a lot of attention to is how their feet look. No, I'm not a big feet guy, but I pay attention to how their feet look, because what I oftentimes see is I'll see players set up rolled onto the outside of their foot. And you'll see people, they set up to a golf shot, you can tell the outside of their shoe is worn out from applying all that pressure. But it's amazing how often people set up without knowing it, and they're on the outside of their feet. So much so sometimes that I'll literally see like the inside spike coming off of the ground. I know it's a common habit, like a lot of people will stand like this, or they'll do things like this where they tend to do things that force them to be on the outside of their feet a lot. And then when they get into a golf shot, it just feels common for them to want to be on the outside of their foot. When we measure with force plates, what often happens is when that force on that trail foot gets on the outside of the foot, we lose all of our leverage. So if you're a player that struggles with sway or you hang back, something I want you to check next time you set up to hit a golf shot, look at your right foot on camera and say, is that entire foot flat on the ground, or are we rolled a little bit to the outside? Now, if we talk about the pressure part of it, where should the pressure be? What we like to see is we like to see pressure on the inside of our feet so that when we rotate, we can stay centered as we rotate. When we start to get weight on the outside of our feet, it can be a big old sway in the backswing, and it can be a huge slide on the downswing. So really having that feeling of the pressures on the inside of our feet. A good drill to go through this is let's get set up to a golf shot and let's just pinch our knees in. Right, for me it felt like I literally pinched my knees in that far, which I know that I didn't. But even myself, I tend to sit with knees that kind of are a little bit flared out. If we get our knees pinched in a little bit, that can really bring the pressure to the inside of our feet. So I'm going to show you two quick training aids on how we can do that. The first one is a force pedal. I like these because they have a little bit of squishiness, a little bit of pushback to them. And what I like to do is I like to set up to a golf shot with it on the half, like kind of half on the inside of my foot. And now as I make this backswing, it's kind of forcing me into my fault, so I really have to be conscious of how hard I press down. So right now I'm thinking I really want to press down that pedal, and as I make my backswing and I stay centered in my turn, I'm really feeling like I'm trying to apply as much force as I can into that force pedal and not letting it win and forcing me to sway outside. So that's the first one. I'm going to show you another one. Another one we can use is a yoga block. For many golfers that have this characteristic, what will happen is as they make their backswing, they will actually sway and they will actually hit that block and sometimes even knock it over. So what you can do is as you get set up, go ahead and set that right up against the outside of your shoe. And right now as we make our backswing, we're going to stay centered. We're going to keep pressure on the inside of that foot, and that block's not going to go anywhere. As opposed to if I'm on the outside of my foot and I sway off this golf ball, I'm going to hit that block. And that is something else that we can check on video or in the mirror very easily. So as we wind down this video, the thing I want you to keep in mind is a good golf swing will start with a good backswing. And one of the most common faults I see is that golfers do not have the awareness of where their pressure is in their feet. And as a result, they can so quickly fall into a nasty habit like a sway in the backswing. And I just don't know a lot of players that hit good golf shots when they sway in the backswing. So I want to thank you guys for watching this tip. Better backswing for a better golf swing. As always, if you have any questions, please post them in the comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe so when more videos come out, you get them first. Thanks a lot and have a great day.